Art mirrors the human condition.
We uncover its hidden patterns,
Experience human creativity.
elevated by digital analysis.
Welcome to the Academy.
Join the journey.
This chart shows a standard conversion table you have probably seen before. It maps Greek gods to their Roman names: Zeus to Jupiter, Ares to Mars, Aphrodite to Venus. The usual assumption is that Rome conquered Greece, loved their art, and simply copied their religion. But look closer at the actual characters. The Greek Zeus is chaotic, promiscuous, and highly unpredictable. Jupiter, by contrast, is obsessed with political structure. He acts as the divine guarantor of treaties, state law, and military victory. The Greeks looked at Ares as a terrifying symbol of mindless, irrational bloodshed. The Romans rewrote him into Mars. He becomes a disciplined protector of the community, representing the ancestral military courage of the state. Rome borrowed the cast of characters, but they executed a deliberate cultural translation. They rewrote the personalities of the gods to fit an entirely different worldview. Ancient Greece was never a single, unified political entity. Instead, it was a polycentric network of independent, often competing city-states. Because of this fractured landscape, Greek mythology naturally leans into individual tragedy. The stories ask philosophical questions about human vulnerability and what it means to live in an unpredictable universe ruled by capricious forces. Rome faced a distinctly different problem. They built a massive, centralized empire, requiring immense bureaucratic control. A unified, expanding empire cannot function on tales of divine chaos and individual tragedy. To maintain order across vast territories, Rome required a highly structured ideological blueprint. Take the Greek goddess Aphrodite. She is understood strictly as an elemental force of erotic passion and irresistible desire. Rome adopts her as Venus, but shifts her role from an erotic force into a political ancestor. According to Roman tradition, Venus is the literal mother of the Trojan hero Aeneas, making her the ultimate matriarch of the Roman people. Roman leaders explicitly weaponized this divine lineage. Julius Caesar and Augustus used this exact physical claim to Venus's blood to legitimize their own political and imperial authority. Greek mythology asks how the universe came into existence. Roman mythology asks where Rome came from and why its leaders have the divine right to rule it. Cosmology becomes genealogy. This shift rewrites the entire concept of the hero. The Greek ideal is embodied by Achilles. He is a warrior driven by a desire for individual glory, consumed by present-day rage, and obsessed with making sure his own name survives history. The Roman ideal elevates a completely different kind of figure, Aeneas. He rejects this individualistic mindset entirely. His defining characteristic is a Roman concept called pietas. Pietas is the strict, dutiful devotion toward the gods, family, ancestors, and the community. Throughout his narrative, Aeneas is repeatedly forced to sacrifice his personal desires, his immediate happiness, and his own comfort to ensure the long-term survival of his people. The Greek heroic model instructs you to become extraordinary. The Roman imperial model demands that you serve something greater than yourself. To cement this new worldview, Rome pulled off one of the most audacious mythological appropriations in history. In the original Greek perspective, the city of Troy was the enemy. The Greeks fought a long war, and they utterly destroyed it. In the epic poem The Aeneid, the Roman writer Virgil completely hijacked this event. He shifts the camera away from the Greek victors to focus entirely on a lone Trojan survivor escaping the destruction, to found a new civilization in Italy. Rome effectively told its citizens that they were direct descendants of the people who lost the Trojan War. The defeated refugees survive, cross the sea, and eventually build an empire that rises up to conquer their former Greek victors, securing the ultimate geopolitical revenge. By the time this transformation is complete, Roman mythology is completely stripped of its independence. Religion is integrated directly into the physical and bureaucratic machinery of the state itself. This coin shows a divine female figure standing alongside the letters S and C, representing the authority of the Senate, stamped on the exact same piece of silver as the imperial portrait. the gods themselves become standardized political propaganda. Greek tragedy repeatedly asks if human beings can escape destiny, and the answer is usually no. Roman mythology asks a much larger political question: what happens when an entire nation is handed a historical destiny? Rome absorbed Greek mythology to construct a psychological foundation for their empire. They proved that whoever controls the storytelling controls the future.
Love the masterpiece? Subscribe for more.